Good evening from the News Center of the Renaissance Communication for 2024. I'm Augustine Saab presenting. In the headlines, Liberia's Information Minister Jerry McPeer warns former President George Weah to stop the early attack on the Joseph Boakai administration. Says the former president should now focus on his private life. Government of France commits to conservation of wildlife in Liberia. The country joins others nations in observing Wildlife Day on Monday. Over 200 armed rebels to be released from prison following a motion filed by public defender, Councillor Cindy Carter, and of the Home Front for alleged corruption and human rights abuse. United States government imposes sanctions on Zimbabwe's President Emerson Mnangagwa, along with other senior officials. The detail of these plus many more, the agile voices of the newsmakers, the news bulletin sports or packaged on tonight's edition of the program News Desk. We'll take a break, be back very shortly. Welcome back to this edition of the program News Desk. This is Henson Decker with the news bulletin.
Liberia's Information Minister Jerry McPeer has warned former President George Weah to stop the early attack on the Joseph Boakai administration. Minister Peer said it will be important if former President Weah stop attacking the president and focus on his private life. He said with the high level of respect Liberians have for him, it will be better for the former president to maintain his reputation rather than getting into verbal attack on the government. According to him, the Liberian people voted with their will and power backed by the Constitution, and as such, the seat of the president must be respected. Minister Pierre has vowed to conduct what he called personnel audit at the Ministry of Information. He disclosed that over 400 persons are employed with the Ministry of Information. There is a need for verification through a personnel audit. The Information Minister was speaking Monday on state radio. In observance of World Wildlife Day, French Ambassador to Liberia, Madame Isabella Gulli, has assured France's commitment to support biodiversity conservation in Liberia. Speaking Monday at a program marking the commemoration of World Wildlife Day in Painesville, the French diplomat said France's support of the Forestry Development Authority is intended to strengthen its bilateral relations with Liberia. According to Ambassador Gulli, the Liberian forest contains important wildlife species that need to be protected. As such, France is committed to supporting the FDA to achieve that. For his part, FDA Managing Director Rudolph Mirage said Liberia, being one of the hotspots for wildlife, is threatened by human activities in the forest. He meanwhile stressed the need for the involvement of technology to aid in the conservation of wildlife. World Wildlife Day is commemorated on March 3rd of every year to celebrate and recognize the unique roles and contributions of wildlife to people and the planet. This year's World Wildlife Day was celebrated under the theme Connecting People and Planet, Exploring Digital Innovation in Wildlife Conservation. In another development, the Forester University Student Association at the University of Liberia has staged a protest calling for the removal of the new Forestry Development Authority Managing Director, Rudolph Mirage. During their protest on Monday at the Painesville City Hall during the observance of World Wildlife Day, the group claimed that Mirage holds a bachelor's degree in physics and not in forestry. As such, he is not best suited to manage the institution. According to the student group, Liberia has over 5 individuals who have obtained PhDs in forestry, and some were supporters of the Unity Party and should be prepared for the job. The foresters group, through its president Ibrahim Noda, lamented that President Joseph Boakai's decision to appoint Mirage, who is reportedly the Liberian leader's former classmate, and leaving out those qualified Liberians, contradicts his statement of not doing business as usual. A motion seeking to release over 200 armed robbers has been filed by Councillor Cindy Carlo at Criminal Code D at the Temple of Justice. Councillor Carlo, who is a public defender, according to our judicial correspondent, is relied on Chapter 18, Section 18.2 of the Criminal Procedure Law. The law states that any person indicted for indictable offenses should be tried within 2 court terms, and failure of the states to prosecute the matter warrant dismissal. Councillor Carlos' 8-count motion alleged that his clients were arrested, incarcerated, and have been behind bars at the Monrovia Central Prison for over 28, 24, 2016, 12, 8, and 4 terms of court without being indicted or tried. He maintained that the prolonged detention is a violation of Chapter 18, Section 18.2, and is equivalent to the punishment of the accused with conviction, something the principle of due process of law frowns at. He also said the action of the state is against the spirit and intent of the law in respect to the speedy trial and the presumption of the defendant's innocence. Councillor Sine Carlos' motion further stated that prosecution has neglected to proceed against the accused without any justifiable cause that has undermined the laws. Councillor Carter noted that failure to proceed with the trial of the case is a violation of the constitutional rights of the accused as enshrined in Article 21(8) of the 1986 Constitution. President Joseph Boakai has called on the Ghanaian government through the Liberian Foreign Ministry to intervene in the ongoing demolition of the former Liberian refugee camp in Ghana. The president wants a smooth process to ensure that Liberians living on the Bujumbura camp are safe, protected, and treated with compassion. An executive mansion release quotes the Liberian leader as saying he has received reports about the ongoing demolition of the former Liberian refugee camp in Ghana. According to President Boakai, he understands that the current activities taking place are under the auspices of the Gomal Theta Traditional Council, who are believed to be the owners of the land hosting the Bujumbura camp. The president is meanwhile calling on Liberians affected by the demolition to remain calm as the situation is fully assessed and assure them of an amicable solution. Authorities of the Liberia National Police have requested the expertise of Liberian security experts in the United States to aid with the investigation into the Kinjaw violence in Grand Cape County. Making the disclosure Monday, police spokesman Moses Carter said the Inspector General of Police is engaging diaspora Liberians with security knowledge to assist with ongoing investigations. In a mobile phone conversation with our Lower Margibi County correspondent, police spokesman Moses Carter said the police chief wants to establish whether the rules of engagement were followed when the police arrived at the protest scene in Kinjaw. Carter believes that despite their location as Liberians, their participation in the investigation will accelerate the process and ensure that members of the bereaved families get justice. Fired on Monday afternoon gutted the Apostolic Foundation campus, hosting the church and school facilities. While there was no death or injury reported, several departments in the compound got burned. The Apostolic Foundation is located at Famua Junction in Sincod, Monrovia. Some members of the church described the disaster as a setback for the institution, especially the school-going children. According to them, they are yet to establish the actual cause of the fire outbreak, especially in the afternoon hours when the school was in session. Eyewitnesses says none of the students got harmed due to the early intervention by some police officers and pedestrians at the Base-Vamma Junction. Liberia will this Friday join other countries in commemoration of International Women's Day. International Women's Day is commemorated on the 8th of March each year and is globally dedicated to honoring the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. Speaking Monday during a press conference in Monrovia, Gender Minister Women Horace Collins said the overall objective of this year's International Women's Day is to leverage on the existing investment opportunities for women and girls and to create access to financial, social, economic, and political inclusion. The gender minister underscored multiple barriers of financial opportunities, thereby stressing the need for efforts to transcend political boundaries. Madam Collie White reiterated Liberian women's readiness to heighten the campaign of women's rights under a new governance structure. This year's International Women's Day will be celebrated under the global theme Invest in Women, Accelerate Progress, while it will be commemorated under the national theme Empowered Heart, Empowered All. The Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission has vowed to conduct full-scale investigation into the Financial Intelligence Agency's financial activities, showing the entity received 500,000 and was withdrawn the same day as was reported by Frontpage Africa. Frontpage Africa, in its Tuesday, February 27, 2024 edition, under the caption Liberia Financial Intelligence Agency's financial activities show entity received 500K withdrew all same day. The LACC's release noted that the story alleged that on September 22nd, 2023, the Director General of the Financial Intelligence Agency, Stanley Ford, received over 500,000 United States dollars and withdrew the same day on the check bearing the name of the entity's controller, who is identified as DMP Cooper. The LACC added that upon receiving the information, an immediate inquiry was launched and the parties involved were invited to a preliminary investigation at the same office. The LACC has therefore assured the public of the full implementation of the law if probable cause is established. The Town Public School is reportedly shutting down due to slow student turnout. That's low student turnout. The school is located in Market Clan, Tuli District, Rural Mansurata County. According to the report, parents in the Town community were refusing to send their children to the school due to lack of teachers. The cheerleader of the community, Madam Limon Betty, told our correspondent that the situation is alarming as the students themselves are now engaged in early marriage between the ages of 9, 10, and 11 years. She wants the parents to ensure the children return to school as the featured leaders of the community and the contract large. Also speaking, the principal of the Blacktown Public School, Frederick, actually confirmed the behaviors of parents who are reportedly refusing to have their children return to school. She said the parents are rather using the children as breadwinners and allowing them to get married early. The youth chief of the police academy community in Painesville, Winston Grid, has threatened lawsuit against Mansourata County District 5 Representative Priscilla Cooper for her alleged interference into the community's leadership. Grid accused Madam Cooper of appointing acting leadership to steer the affairs of the police academy community with no regard for the current leadership. According to Winston Gray, the action of Representative Cooper to have appointed acting leadership in the community without the consent of the current leadership has the propensity to cause crisis in the area. He wants Representative Cooper to focus on her cardinal functions that will bring about development and change the livelihood of residents instead of interfering in community affairs. Meanwhile, Winston Gray has threatened protest action against the lawmaker if she do not desist from interfering into the community leadership. Gray accused the lawmaker of appointing individuals who supported her during the elections, something he described as witch hunt. Former Senator Thomas Groupie has declared his intention to contest in the upcoming senatorial by-election in Nima County. The by-election comes as a result of the election of the then Senator Jeremiah Kuhn as vice president during the November 2023 run-off presidential election. According to RCA Nima County correspondent, former Senator Thomas Groupie, who was elected in 2011, told a press conference in the county that he is returning to active politics and is running for the vacant Senate seat. Former Senator Kupi, whose return to politics has become a major point of discussion in the county, was defeated by then Representative Jeremiah Kuhn in the 2020 midterm central election. He will face competition from the likes of Yan Twayan, represented Samuel Kokart, Armstrong Selekpor, represented Dowan Glikia, and others. And away from Liberia, the United States government has imposed sanctions Zimbabwe's Zimbabwe's president Emerson Mnangagwa, along with other senior officials for corruption and human rights abuses. On Monday, the U.S. government said leaders in Zimbabwe were siphoning off public resources for personal gain. This move scraps the old executive sanction order introduced in 2003 and moves 11 individuals and 3 entities onto the global list, the Global Magnitsky Sanctions Program. These illicit activities support and contribute to a global criminal network of bribery, smuggling, and money laundering that impoverish communities in Zimbabwe, Southern Africa, and other parts of the world. A statement said the U.S. also criticized the targeting of civil society and several restrictions on political activities, as well as President Mnangagwa, Vice President Cristindo, and businessmen have also been sanctioned. And in this development, Nigerian authorities have heightened security at government food stores around the country amid a crisis. With people struggling to afford food recently, there have been increased cases of attacks on warehouses to steal food items. On Sunday, the National Emergency Management Agency said on X, formerly known as Twitter, it was increasing security to full stored NN branches at its offices and warehouses nationwide. It comes after local residents looted food items, including bags of meat, at a facility in Nigeria's federal capital, Abuja. The looters also vandalized the warehouse. The incident, which reportedly went on for hours, is said to have caused a great gridlock as people blocked roads near the area. Well, Augustine, and that's the news bulletin, and the foreign developments is back to you.
Being administrator. Thank you, Hanson Decker, for the reading of the news bulletin tonight, right there on News Desk. In one of our top stories we are following tonight, over 200 armed robbers to be released from prison following a motion filed by public defender, Councillor Cindy Carter. Let's bring you this development. Liberia's Information Minister Jerry Pierre has warned former President George Weah to stop the early attack on the Joseph Boakai administration. Mr. Pierre said it will be important if former President Weah stop attacking the president and focus on his private life.
Your Excellency, you can't talk about battle line, drove this way, battle line, where we move. So that's what I'm saying. And last time, give her any glory yet. All they were not talk. Oh, yes, I'm going to pay accountability on the issue. They got an insurance, but once they carry that cost, it's already that. They're talking about what the issues are. You can't understand. I want to know the number of employees in my place. I want to know the processes used to put them there. Because they have established processes on how somebody gets employed as a civil servant. When those processes follow, they work out the training without drawbacks by the issue of accountability. So without doing the mention information, for example, I can take what I mentioned, nobody, right? I just continue. Where am I working? What manual I'm working into? All they will give the picture of the kind of institution. No. When you do audit, not necessarily find rules. Maybe there was no system. So it's possible that people have stolen. If you do audit, and who would do audit? The current auditor general was not appointed by President Walker.
Is Liberia's Information Minister Jerry Limick Pierre. In observance of World Wildlife Day, French Ambassador to Liberia, Madame Asbella Douglas, has assured France's commitment to support biodiversity conservation in Liberia. Speaking Monday at a program marking the commemoration of World Wildlife Day in Paintsville, the French diplomat said France's support to the Forestry Development Authority is intended to strengthen its bilateral relation with Liberia. French Ambassador to Liberia, Madame Isabelle Lugules. For his part, FDA Managing Director Rudolph Marek said Liberia, being one of the hotspots of wildlife, is threatened by human activities in the forest. He meanwhile stressed the need for the involvement of technology to aid in the conservation of wildlife.
There are 416 mammals, 917 birds, 107 reptiles, and 269 amphibian species. Out of these, 65 mammals, 48 birds, 29 reptiles, and 118 amphibian species are thought to be endemic. Additionally, this hotspot is among the world's top priorities for primate conservation. There are critically endangered and 21 endangered species. Most interestingly, Liberia holds about 42% of this globally known biodiversity hotspot. Unfortunately, our research is pointing out anthropogenic activities propelled by habitat loss and widespread hunting, fishing, for subsistence commercial purposes. Use of digital technology has significantly transformed traditional conservation strategies. While we cope with the challenges of human-induced conservation practices, digital innovation such as drone, satellite imagery, spider monitoring, and reporting tools, smart DNA barcode, artificial intelligence, and social media become critically relevant to contemporary practices for wildlife conservation by improving our understanding of their behavior, tracking illegal trade and trafficking, predicting biodiversity threats, and forming effective conservation strategies. In 1973, as UN Worldwide Day to celebrate and raise awareness of the world's wild animal and plants.
It's Liberia's every managing director, Rudolph Merrick. And on you listen to French ambassador to Liberia, Madame Isabel Lugules. Authorities of the Liberia National Police have requested the expertise of Liberian security experts in the United States to aid with the ongoing investigation into the King George violence in Grand Kemal County. RCL Lower Maigiri County correspondent spoke with Mose Carter concerning this.
There are groups of engagements for which officers are supposed to subscribe to, especially officers that carry fire. Officers who carry fire must subscribe to the rules of engagement. The Inspector General has reached out to Nigerians in America to assist with the investigation on the rules of engagement. What the action of the officers on the assistance, we definitely want to take appropriate action and ensure that justice is served to the victim. So, does that mean that at the level of the LMP, there's no one qualified to investigate the Cape County saga for which you are involving Nigerians in the Americas? There are Nigerians who are in law enforcement in America. They have vast experience and knowledge. They still remain Nigerians and they have expertise in security. So the Inspector General wanted to go beyond of just not limiting this investigation to the LMP as a standard to assist with the investigation. We urge every Nigerian, please, that blocking rules is a violation of other citizens' rights. So it's important that if we have issues that constructively engage those issues.
He is the spokesperson of the Liberia National Police there in conversation with RCA Lower Maikiri County correspondent Erin Ketor. While on Monday afternoon got the Apostolic Foundation compound hosting the church and school facilities. While there was no death or injury reported, several apartments in the compound are said to be burnt to ashes. Some eyewitnesses explained the ordeal to our reporter.
Remember, we got over 600 plus students here that are going to school actively. But when in class, when it started, so I've been terrible. I've been very terrible. Pastor, as I know, one of the pastors.
I witnessed this from the Apostolic Foundation compound that got set fire this afternoon. Whoever just joining, you're listening to the Monday, March 24, 2024 edition of the program News Desk. It is a production of News of Liberia, Africa, and Our One Word. The top stories tonight. Liberia's Information Minister Jerry Pierre warns former President George Weah to stop the early attack on the Joseph Boakai administration. Says the former president should now focus on his private life. Government of France commits to conservation of wildlife in Liberia as the country joins other nations in observing World Wildlife Day on Monday. Over 200 armed rebels to be released from prison following a motion filed by public defender Councillor Cindy Carlo, and of the Home Front for alleged corruption and human rights abuse. United States government imposes sanctions on Zimbabwe's President Emerson Mnangagwa, along with other senior officials. Next is Sports with Naomi Tapia.
Good evening, Augustine. The first Istanbul of the Liberia Football Association has fined 7 clubs 250 United States dollars each for failure to get an office space for themselves. The other first Eastern vote in keeping with the book of sanctions fined City United, Kalon FC, PSFC, Happy 11, Ghana 3 FC, Nima FC, and Ambassadors FC. The decision followed sport checks conducted by the LFA Club Licensing Department among clubs in the first, second, and women's upper divisions in keeping with the club licensing regulations. The FRB also gave Global Farmer Invincible 11, Mighty FC, Real Munja, Determined Girls, senior female professionals, and stages queens 2 weeks to erect or have signposts leading to and at their offices. The Confederation of African Football Cup have selected 4 FIFA badge Liberian referees to officiate a 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON qualifier between Mauritius and Chad. The referees selected are Hassan Kone Dredu, Assistant Referee 1, Efren Grant, Assistant Referee 2, and Emmanuel Mensah, fourth official. The match will be played in Apricot on 26 March at 1900 Greenwich Mean Town because Mauritius does not have a stadium approved by CAF and FIFA for international matches. FC Canon Liberia CEO Kaseko was a happy man on Sunday when he watched his club FC Calon pinned Leicester FC 1-0 to keep their hope alive in the top tier of the Liberian football. Scrapper Magyara rose to the occasion in the 38th minute after Emmanuel Bonifeli was fouled in the danger area, netting the vital goal on the penalty spot. FC Caron Liberia is now 4 points within the safety zone with 6 games left to end the 2023 Football League season. The club's next fixture is against another title contender, Queensway FC, at the Samuel Canada's post-complex practice pitch on 10 March 2024. Former Liberia Football Association Secretary General J. Saki Kennedy is dead. According to the RFA, Saki died after a period of illness in Morovia on 4 March. He served as Secretary General from 1993 to 1997 during the regimes of Presidents Willard Rousseau, who predeceased him, and Senator Edwin Snow. Saki also served as a FIFA badge referee from 1992 to 2000. Professor Sip Gunner, who was RFA Vice President for Administration, praised the late Secretary General for serving his country with diligence. And away from Liberia, La Liga is analyzing a video reportedly showing Vinicius Jr. being racially abused during Real Madrid's game at Valencia. BBC Sport understands. The video posted on social media allegedly shows a Chad fan directing abuse towards the player, reports the Atlantic. Vinicius scored twice in Saturday's 2-2 draw and celebrated by raising his feet in the air. The 23-year-old has faced racist abuse several times during his time in Spain. In May 2023, Vinicius said La Liga belongs to racists after he was abused by Valencia fans at a Mestalla. 3 people were later arrested in connection with the abuse, and Valencia were fined and ordered to partially close the stadium for 5 matches, later reduced to 3 on appeal. That's all from our sports desk.
Naomi Tapia with Sports Brighter News Desk is a regular feature. For this development, former Senator Thomas Gobi has declared his intention to contest in the upcoming senatorial by-election in Nimba County. The by-election comes as a result of the election of then-Senator Jeremiah Cohn as vice president during the November 2023 runoff presidential election. Former Senator Kubi, whose return to politics has begun a major point of discussion in the county, was defeated by then Representative Jeremiah Cohn in the 2020 midterm senatorial election.
will be after many years being away from human holidays. He has restoration and holidays the story back to content for the 20th century. How have you declaration they received across the country? Well, they receive it now because why they are already come up where especially young people and children, many of them stand the chance of becoming next sector. So the declaration of so much compete. And you know, the what it is yeah. So what also really for education and then also they are very like in this for young for education. So they are not really what a few of the too really maybe the government considering to come out for the intention of giving 9 years for tourists and also investing to 2020.
Arasia, Nima County correspondent Inya Flomo. Liberia will this Friday join other countries in commemoration of International Women's Day. International Women's Day is commemorated on the 8th of March each year and is globally dedicated to honoring the social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. Speaking Monday during a press conference in Monrovia, Gender Minister Myean D said the overall objective of this year's International Women's Day is to leverage on the existing investment opportunities for women and girls and to create access to financial, social, economic, and political inclusion.
Friday, March 8th, Liberia will join the rest of the world to commemorate the 2024 edition of the International Women's Day. The International Women's Day grew out of efforts in the early 20th century to promote women's rights. The first International Women's Day gathering in 1911, supported by over 1 million people. This is the moment for every woman regardless of our political affiliation, travel background, social and economic status. As a member state, we recognize a global theme for this year as invest in women, accelerate progress. While Liberia commemorates honor the national theme, empower her, empower all. Although women's equality has made positive gains, the world is still unequal. There is still need to focus and redirect our attention on areas that require action such as in social, economic, and political participation and empowerment. Significantly, the collective action and shared leadership for driving gender parity is what makes International Women's Day impact. The celebration and activities commemorating this year's International Women's Day cannot be overemphasized as it brings together women change makers from diverse backgrounds to dialogue on the way forward in promoting women's empowerment in all sectors. The world is facing many crises ranging from geopolitical conflicts to soaring poverty levels and the escalating impact of climate change.
Liberia's Gender Minister Myean D. The youth chair of Police Academy community in Painesville, Western Gray, has threatened lawsuit against Monserrato County District 5 Representative Presidia Cooper for alleged interference into the community leadership. Gray accused Madam Cooper of appointing acting leadership to steady affairs of the academic community with no regard for the current leadership.
Leadership experiment in our district structure and then additional structure that president, senator, representative, superintendent, all along the year, and then working with the structures in District 5 and all our district and with the district of Oklahoma to see a leader that we elected to overlap for legislative function to undo those traditional structure. I think if we do some of us as a youth chairman of the candidate, I think involve my attention quickly to see how best we can address some of these issues and for the public to be aware of what is happening. From since 2005, we never experienced what now we are experiencing from this leader, from our past leader, Honorable Thomas Bangatwala, and Superintendent and even the regime that just honor. To see Madam Coco coming on to a point from the chairperson, youth chairperson, not just in police academy, but the 19th community, some of the communities are experiencing that. I see it that not part of our legislative function and
his Western Grill, the police academy, committed accusing representative procedure couple appointing individuals to leadership position. Founded for this presentation, the Bartown Public School is reported shutting down due to low student turnout. The school is located in Markwell Clown to the district rural Monserrado County. According to the report, parents in the Bartown community are refusing to send their children to school due to the lack of teachers. Madam Limu Betty told our Turi correspondent that the situation is alarming and as the students themselves are now engaged in early marriage between the ages of 9, 10, and 11. On that note, that's all I love to leave you on this Monday, the 4th of March, 2024 edition of the program News Desk. Then a well-packaged edition from the News and Current Affairs Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated, brought to you on Truth FM 96.1. Via TV, that's Truth FM Via TV, and Truth FM 96.9 in Saclapie, Nima County, Radio Maigibi, and Radio Bashu in Upper Maigibi County. But just before we leave you, let's bring you the top stories we followed tonight. Liberia's Information Minister Jerry Limekpia warns former President George Weah to stop the early attack on the Joseph Boakai administration. Says the former president should now focus on his private life. Government of France commits to conservation of wildlife in Liberia as the country joins other nations in observing World Wildlife Day on Monday. Over 200 armed robbers to be released from prison following a motion filed by public defender Councillor Cindy Carter and of the Home Front for alleged corruption and human rights abuse. The United States government imposes sanctions on Zimbabwe's President Emerson Mnangagwa, along with other senior officials. We'd love to say thanks to you for your listening role, thanks to all of our reporters, correspondents, and contributors for making this presentation a success. Naomi Tapia brought you sports, and Sindeka read for you the news bulletin, while Kuposaga Sala control and coordinated the sounds aspect. Maya Topan brought us live on Truth FM via TV. My name is Augustine Sai presented. Thanks for listening. Have yourself a pleasant night.
When it comes to communication in Liberia, Orange is number one.
Orange is the best. Orange is the best. Oh, Orange is the best.
Orange is the best.
Strongest network, widest coverage.
Orange is the best.
Fastest internet speed.
Orange is the best.
People, Orange is the best. Yes, Orange is the best.
Nagatama, please whoop. Copenhagen, that's the Iboga Orange. Topaga number 1. So we need to.
Company is the Orange. I don't got the best.
Orange will more you the telephone on phone.
Reliable, trusted, and dependable.
Orange is about 7. Yeah, Orange is
Orange is the best.
It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
I would like to fund my account at any time, even here.
Right here, right now.
Here too.
Without moving an inch.
Here would be just perfect.
Henceforth, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account and vice versa directly from your mobile phone. A simple and fast solution that is always available to ensure a permanent access to your Orange Money services. Anywhere, anytime, send money to your Orange Money account from your bank account from your mobile phone to cash out, to recharge, to transfer, to pay, to buy. To subscribe to this service, go to your bank branch office partner to the Orange Money service. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.
Let me make sure I got all the sanitary items I need. I'm checking my list. Oh, yes. One more item. Let me have a big bottle of Dettol. Yeah, Costa.
Yes, it. The total amount is 3,000 LD.
Okay. Let me give you your money. Hey, my people. I can't find my purse. Lola, I left it on my kitchen table. My husband is rushing me too much. What's I'll do now?
Don't worry, Costa Homo. You can pay with your phone. Here's the code here on the wall.
Awesome. Yes, I do have money on my phone.
With Orange Money, making payments for goods at your favorite store with your merchant is as easy as ABC. Dial *144#, select currency, select Pay with Orange Money and follow the instructions. With Orange Money, life is easier. No stress.
Orange.
Your family members abroad need to send you money? Worry no more. Henceforth, receive your international money transfers from Europe, USA, and South Africa made via Western Union, MoneyGram, and many more directly into your Orange Money account. At Orange Money, we are family.
Husband.
Starting today, why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to you. Orange.